Today we're looking at Takia. This is one of the most requested video reviews that you guys ask me for in the comments all the time. Takia is a text-to-speech voiceover generator, and I haven't had a ton of luck with these voiceover generators. I always say that the technology is not there to mimic a real human voice, but a lot of you guys had a lot of good things to say about Takia, so I'm here to check it out. We're gonna go through the whole process. I'm gonna show you how Takia works. I'm gonna take you behind that paywall so you can hear the different voices that come with Takia, and then I'll give you my final thoughts at the end like I always do, but then we're also gonna be doing a side-by-side comparison between the voiceover I make today with Takia and the voiceover I made with Speechelo. If you missed the Speechelo review, I will link to it right here so you can check that out. And I just want to let you know this video is not sponsored. I paid for the enterprise version of Takia with my own money, but if you're interested in picking it up at the end of this video, if we get a good result, I will link to it below. All right, let's get started. Here we are on the Talkia platform. This is what the interface looks like once you get signed in and start a new project. And basically over here on this top left is where you put your text. Over here on the right is where you can select different voices. And down here at the bottom is your timeline where you can do some light editing with your voiceovers once you've created them. So the first thing I'm going to do is copy and paste a script I've already written into the Talkia platform. And this is the exact same script that I used with Speechelo. So at the end of this video, we'll get to do like a side-by-side comparison, and you can really hear if they sound different or if one sounds better than the other. So the first thing I'd like to do is just do a high level. Let's hear what we're working with in terms of how this voiceover sounds before we go in and try to customize it and make it sound a little bit more natural. We've got our default voice here named Sally. And if we want to hear how Sally sounds, I'm just going to hit this purple speak it button to see what it would sound like with no adjustments made to the speech or pitch of this voiceover.
If you need video production services, there is only one real choice: Plum Productions. Plum Productions serves all of South Florida from Palm Beach to Broward to Miami-Dade counties. We've created amazing video content for some of the nation's biggest brands, and we're proud to say we have a 5-star Google rating. Call Plum Productions to get started on your next project.
Okay, first of all, it pronounced everything perfectly, so that was really good. Do I think it's the most natural sounding voice? No, I don't. Do I ever think these are the most natural sounding voices? No, I don't. But let's see if we can make it a little bit more natural by playing with the actual voice character that we've chosen, by adding some pauses, by playing with the speed and pitch. So first, let's dive right into the voice options. Now, we've got Sally pulled up here, but if I click this drop down, you can see all the different voice options that I have. And these are just the female voices. I am on the enterprise version, which gives you the maximum number of voices that you can pick from. And the way these voices are set up is a little weird. So you've got your Google voices, and you can just scroll down and see all of these. You see what age range they're in. It's either youth or adult, or you can see what country the accents are. They're all English speaking voices, but they have different accents. I'm going to focus on the US accents today because obviously that's, I'm going to be the best judge of the US accents because I am in the US. So that's what we're going to be focusing on today. Now, the other thing you have is these two tabs with WaveNet or Standard under Google or the Amazon Polly voices. This is a little confusing because Takia does not explain what the difference is between WaveNet and Standard. I did a little Googling and I'm in no way an expert on this, but what I found is that WaveNet is a predictive technology that was developed in 2016 in the UK, and it's supposed to generate more natural sounding voices in terms of inflection and stuff like that. So I have played around with this a little, and I do think that the WaveNet voices are a little bit better. But there are other options with the Standard if you wanted something else. So that's just something to think about. Now, let's click on over to the Amazon Polly side of things. And again, there's WaveNet and Standard. And I'm just going to do a quick scroll so you can see how many different voices there are for each category. this again is just female voices. There's a lot more in the standard voices than in the WaveNet. So that's just something for you to know. Let me just play a few of these for you randomly so you can just hear what they sound like. We already heard Sally. Let's listen to Johanna.
This is a preview of my voice, using the Talkia software.
This is a preview of my voice, using the Takia software.
This is a preview of my voice, using the Takia software.
I'm going to select Lena, and let's hit apply. Let's listen to Lena read this script without any adjustments just to get a baseline.
If you need video production services, there is only one real choice, Plum Productions. Plum Productions serves all of South Florida from Palm Beach to Broward to Miami-Dade counties. We've created amazing video content for some of the nation's biggest brands, and we're proud to say we have a 5-star Google rating. Call Plum Productions to get started on your next project.
So you can definitely hear that the punctuation is helping with the phrasing of these voiceovers. Anytime there's a period, it kind of adds an automatic delay, but there's a few places that I would personally like to add a little bit more of a delay in this read. So to do that is really easy. You just cue up your cursor at the appropriate place and hit this button here, add delay. And then you can adjust the length of the delay. So I'm going to make this like 0.4 seconds. I'm going to add a delay here. The other thing I want to do is emphasize certain words in the read that I want to have like a little bit more punch. And this is something that's great with Takia as well. You can easily add emphasis to just particular words by using these buttons up here. So what you want to do is just highlight the text you want to punctuate, and you can change the emphasis. You can either reduce it. Everything here in white text is at normal, but we can add it to like strong. And let's just hit the speak it button so we can hear that again.
If you need video production services, there is only one real choice, Plum Productions. Plum Productions serves all.
So let's play with the speed and pitch of this voice and see if we can make some adjustments to make us like it a little more. I'm going to pump up the speed just a hair by taking this little circle and dialing it up our little slider here. And let's see what that sounds like.
If you need video production services, there is only one real choice, Plum Productions.
I do think that's a little fast. I'm going to hit speak it again to stop it. Let's dial it down a little bit.
If you need video production services, there is only one real choice, Plum Productions. Plum Productions serves all of.
Okay, I think that pace is a little bit better. I do like it just a hair faster, but not too fast. Let's play with the pitch. The pitch kind of changes like how high the voice sounds, and sometimes a little higher gives it a little more energy. So let me just play with that. I'm going to slide this one up just a hair. Let's hear it.
If you need video production services, there is only one real choice.
That sounds a little too much for me. I'm going to dial it down.
If you need video production services, there is only one real choice, Plum Productions. Plum Productions serves all of South Florida from Palm Beach to Broward to Miami-Dade counties.
Okay, I think we found a bit of a sweet spot with this. I do like Lena as a voice, and at the end of this video, I'll highlight what I think are some of the best voices in here in terms of US accents. But let's do the next step, which would be to add it to the timeline. Okay, and we can do some light editing in this timeline if we so choose. You'll see the playhead here. It's got 3 colors. It's green, yellow, and red. You can actually select areas of your voiceover and use these cut, copy, and paste tools. So you could get rid of a gap if you wanted to. And then you can just cue up the playhead prior and hear what you just
Miami-Dade
did.
counties. We've created amazing.
And then if you wanted to undo it, just hit Control Z or Apple Z, whatever you use on your PC or Mac, in order to undo what you've just done. The other thing you can do is add an audio background, so you can add some music. Let's insert that cut. And we can make it shorter so it fits the length of our voiceover. and we can change the level, right? You can see the waveforms here get bigger or smaller as I slide up or down the volume button. So now that we've got our mix, so we know the music we like and the level, there's some adjustments we can make with this timeline. So for this part, if you were going to add music, I do think this timeline is really useful. What we can do is take our narration and drag it a little bit further down the timeline so that the music starts before the narration starts, which is normally how you would edit. And then we can extend the length of our music to keep going a little bit after our voiceover ends. And then we can select this music. Make sure you've got the teal box around it. Right click with your mouse and click fade out. And what you'll get are these little circles here where you can actually drag your fade, so you can decide how long you want your fade to be. And that's, this isn't the most sophisticated audio editing feature, but in professional editing, like this is actually a common feature where you would be able to extend the length of your fade and really customize it. So let's just listen to what that sounds like.
If you need video production services, there is only one real choice: Plum Productions. Plum Productions serves all of South Florida from Palm Beach to Broward to Miami-Dade counties. We've created amazing video content for some of the nation's biggest brands, and we're proud to say we have a 5-star Google rating. Call Plum Productions to get started on your next project.
Okay. Is it a professional, real-life narrator? No, I think the music definitely helps it sound a little more natural. But I'm going to delete the music because we're really just focused on the voiceover here, and I want to just be fair with Speechelo because I did not add music under the Speechelo voiceover because I really was assessing the actual narration. So we've heard Lena, we've made some adjustments. What I will say in terms of what I think are the best voices in here are for male. I do like David.
This is a preview of my voice using the Takia software.
And the other male voice that I think was pretty good was Matthew here under Amazon Polly under WaveNet.
This is a preview of my voice using the Talkia software.
And then for female voices, I liked Lena, who is under Google under WaveNet.
This is a preview of my voice using the Takia software.
I also kind of liked Kimberly.
This is a preview of my voice using the Takia software.
I think it's just that Trisha Takanawa sound. I don't know. I kind of like that one too. So those are my thoughts on Takia as it stands alone. If we're going to talk about comparing it to Speechelo, I will say that I definitely prefer the interface on Takia. I think it's just a lot more user-friendly. It's more aesthetically appealing. I feel like the controls are much easier, and it was just a little bit easier to navigate. I definitely prefer the Takia interface. But what really matters is the end result, right? So let's have a side-by-side listen of our narrations from each platform. Let's first start with the Takia version we just created.
If you need video production services, there is only one real choice: Plum Productions. Plum Productions serves all of South Florida from Palm Beach to Broward to Miami-Dade counties. We've created amazing video content for some of the nation's biggest brands, and we're proud to say we have a 5-star Google rating. Call Plum Productions to get started on your next project.
And now let's hear what we created in Speechelo. Again, if you missed that review, I will link to it below so you can hear all the voices that I could choose from. This is the one that I liked the best. And if you doubt me, you can go back and look at that video.
If you need video production services, there's only one real choice: Plum Productions. Plum Productions serves all of South Florida from Palm Beach to Broward to Miami-Dade counties. We've created amazing video content for some of the nation's biggest brands. And we're proud to say we have a 5-star Google rating. Call Plum Productions to get started on your next project.
All right, so we've heard them both. You guys can judge for yourselves which platform you think turned out a better result. I'm going to go with Takia. I think that being able to control the speed and pitch of the narration and how easy it was to add the pauses I was looking for definitely helped take that robotic, tinny sound out of these auto-generated voices. I don't think any of these voices can replace a natural human voice. Maybe someday they will. However, I do think the Takia ones are better. I like the interface better. I just think you have more control. And yeah, that's pretty much my verdict. But that's just my opinion. You guys, you heard it for yourself. Which one do you think is better? Let me know in the comments. Or if you have found an even better text-to-speech software, let me know about that too, because I'd love to check it out. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. I will see you again.